Welcome back as we continue to discuss several topics centered on helping you believe in the value of as-a-service solutions. The purchase of technology equipment and solutions is often referred to as being an investment in technology. In this session, we are going to take a closer look at this idea because I think over the years we have let customers believe that their technology solutions truly function as an investment. So they have this mindset that although they carve out $10,000 or $100,000 or $500,000 of their hard-earned capital and put it into a technology solution, there is some comfort in the notion that they have made an investment that will benefit the company. Unfortunately, while those technology solutions may be vital to operations and their purpose is to create functional efficiencies and benefits, they are absolutely not an investment. And the idea that they are, or allowing customers to think of technology purchases in this manner, may cloud the customer decision-making process when it comes to selecting the best solution to meet their needs, including how to pay for it. To consider why this is true and the related implications, we will first look at an investment example we are all familiar with, and then we will consider the actual definition of an investment. Assume we invest $10,000 in a savings account that pays 10% interest. We realize banks are not paying 10% interest in today's market, but it makes the numbers easier for illustration purposes. Let's look at how that money would grow over the next 5 years. So we start year one with $10,000. We will earn $1,000 in interest, and we will end year one with a balance of $11,000. We will start year two with $11,000. We will earn $1,100 in interest, and we will end year two with a balance of $12,100. We continue this each year until the end of year 5, at which point our account will have grown to $16,105. During the 5 years, our investment of $10,000 has earned $6,105 in interest, and we now have a total balance of $16,105. Pretty straightforward, right? But there are a couple of interesting things to note here. If you are asked whether you would prefer to be paid $10,000 today or $16,105 5 years from now, you may have reasons to prefer one or the other, but those two amounts actually have equal value. We can say this because, as we showed, if we were paid $10,000 today, we could put that in the bank, earn interest, and have $16,105 in 5 years. Or if we forego the $10,000 payment today, we would be rewarded with the larger payment of $16,105, but we would have to wait 5 years to receive it. And this is the same amount that we could expect $10,000 to grow to with interest over that 5 years. So both amounts are considered financial equivalents. The important thing to realize here is that when I say these two dollar amounts have equal value, it is because we have added the element of time to make that possible. We can consider the same point for any of the other years as well. For example, $10,000 today is worth $13,310 3 years from now. Or the reverse is also true. $13,310 paid to us 3 years from now is equivalent to being paid $10,000 today. By adding this element of time when considering the value of certain dollar amounts, we are touching on the concept of time value of money. So when you hear financial folks talk about time value of money, or TVM, don't be intimidated. They are simply looking at dollar amounts that have equivalent values over some period of time. As our couple of examples illustrate, you can look forward or backward. You may be wondering, well, why would anyone do this and why should you care? Well, the purpose of considering time value of money is that it helps with the analysis and evaluation process for many financial decisions, including the acquisition of technology solutions and the best way to pay for them. We simply want to expose you to the concept of TVM, time value of money. We will discuss this more shortly, but you don't need to be a time value of money or a financial calculations expert. Now let's consider the definition of investment. We can turn to any dictionary and find a definition that will state something very close to the following. the exchange of money or capital with the expectation to gain profitable returns such as interest, income, or appreciation in value. Given this definition, it is easy to identify certain things that an organization could consider to be an investment. An organization puts money in a bank account that earns interest like the illustration we walked through a moment ago. That would be a form of investment. A company pays their sales team to sell products and services in order to generate revenue. That would be a form of investment. That same company purchased their office building years ago. The value of that commercial real estate has appreciated over time. That would be a form of investment. However, given the definition, is a security solution a good investment? Is an audio-visual solution a good investment? Are technology solutions in general a good investment? Before we answer that question, let's consider a related one. How much is a technology solution worth the day after it's installed? To answer that, we need to look at what goes into these solutions. We will just list at a high level the various categories of components that can make up technology solutions. Things like design, installation, cabling, manufacturer, distributor, and integrator margin, sales rep commission, training, support and maintenance services, software and licenses, hardware and warranties. As you take a closer look at the cost components of almost any technology solution, you realize that a significant portion, potentially even a majority of the cost, are non-recoverable costs. Non-recoverable because the costs have no tangible existence once installed. In a sense, costs like margin, design, and install disappear from the value of the solution immediately after the installation. This is the same concept as a new car depreciates as soon as the buyer drives it off the lot. But it's a lot worse with technology equipment and solutions. So back to the definition of investment. Money has been exchanged, yes, but technology solutions do not earn interest, they do not generate income, and they do not appreciate in value. Technology solutions simply are not a good investment. In fact, it is difficult to call them an investment at all. Again, that does not mean technology solutions are not essential to operations, but it does mean we should be careful using the phrase investment in technology because it will create a customer mindset about technology solutions that cannot align with the true outcomes of legitimate investments as we have just reviewed.